But it say we the people in order to form a more perfect union. No, it say we the people of the United States in order to form a more perfect union. The main entry of the word. They use the main entry in the beginning of the contents of the book. But why they use this word more in here? What does word more mean in the Constitution? We the people of the United States in order to form a more perfect union. What that mean? Somebody please tell me what that mean. What that more mean in there? Anybody know what that more mean? So let's go do it again. So we're going back to it again. See the word more. See, you gotta get you a dictionary. See, we're just looking at the word M-O-R-E, not M-O-O-R. M-O-O-R. M-O-R-E. We're just looking at that. All right. You see that? What is the abbreviations? M-O-R. What is the abbreviations? Anybody know the abbreviations? Morocco. They put it right there in the book. What it say? Persons, i.e. Indo-European, positive, Moro. You know what Moro mean? Morocco. The word M-O-R-E. More tea, please. I'd like more tea, please. And that's what it said right there in the Constitution. That's why Lincoln said study. Study the Constitution. This is called studying. I've been studying this one word all summer. The kids finna go back to school during Moorish American Awareness Month. Lincoln said study. I'm just studying the Constitution. That's all I'm doing. I'm looking up every word I damn near can, but I don't know it. I'm going to get to know it. If this definition that I found, more literally says black, literally black. Then that's what this word mean then. Black or more. Dark skinned person, especially a black African. That's the dictionary. Just from the word More. I'm using what's in the Constitution. It's not like they hiding it. They just using other terms like black. Right? Like African American, black Americans, black people, black studies, black villain, black comedy. You know, all this secret, covert, hidden operation, CIA, black operators. You know, just trying to keep a profitable condition financially into operating at a profit. You know, the accounting books with black ink. Just being black, going to the word blackness. That's all. Looking at what's in writing and print, what has been printed. The printing of these words on this document, on this paper. Then you go back to the word more, right? Because they don't really give you too much, right? They don't really give you nothing, but they give you enough in this one. So, this the trick. You want to see a trick? Show you a trick. You see right here? This the trick. M-O-O-R. You see Middle English? M-O-R-E. You see Old English? M-O-R. Wasteland. It's unprofitable ground. They can't profit off that. So why would they say we more? Huh? Huh? They say what? Low German? Low G. Not a big G, but a low G. M-O-R. Still the same word that I've been showing you in the other M-O-R-E. I-E base. Maury. C. Marsh. Marie. Marie. C. C. You see. Basic. Sense. Swampy. Coastline. I'm just reading the dictionary. I ain't even being funny. I'm just reading. A tract of open, rolling wasteland, usually covered with heather and often marshy or peaty heath. A tract of land with game preserves. It's the same word, right? We're talking about the same word. Let's go down here to the next one. Ship. A ship. Cables. Chains. Secure. Anchors. To hold. To place. To tie. That's the first entry for more. That's the second entry for more. This was a noun. This is a verb transit. That's why they speaking about different things. Here's the noun, which is person, places, and things. You see more now. M-E-M-O-R. You see M-O-R. M-A-R. You see basic sense. That's all you need. Basic sense. What it say? What it say? Mauritanian. More. Keep that in that spelling. Cause I'm finna show you a trick. Hey, more. That's uppercase M. That's a noun. That's a person. A member of a Muslim people of mixed Arab and Berber descent living in Northwest Africa. A member. Right? Look. More. Check this out. What they say. We the people of the United States in order to form a more perfect union. You seen that? Now let's go to the actual spelling. That's in the Constitution. What it say of a group from this people that invaded and occupied Spain in the 18th century. Ain't that's what the Moors doing right now? Or I mean the Africans. Who ran up in Spain and the prime minister declared a national emergency. Talk about the immigrants running up in Spain around July. The end of July. Hold up now. Watch this. Follow the pen. Follow the pen. And that's the same word. And that's the same word. That's the same word. You see the trick? And what it say? Persons. It's the same word. So now when I read this right here, according to the part of speech of it, which is an adjective, a noun, an adverb, you see it is also a verb. So when I look at this, that word more perfect union, they're making the perfect union more. They just need the black people who are hidden in secret, covert operations to wake up and realize they're more. To stop the profitable condition financially on African Americans, black people as a group. You see? You know, the dark skin. And that's the same spelling we just seen over here. But only difference is we talking about More. More, which is in the Constitution. So why would they put that there? They could have just left it out and said form a perfect union. What was the reason for the adjective, adverb, verb, more? if it's not a noun. I think it's something what we call secret, covert, hidden CIA black operators going on. You know, thinking all this shit is a comedy, black comedy. You know, all these black studies, you know, covering up the identity of African Americans, who they really is. You know, all this color. This color in the black. That's why they talking about the phases of the moon. Because they talking about more right beside it. Right here. Middle English, M-O-R-E. So you got to know all the spellings for the word more in order to see the effects in the words, the morphology, the spell cast, the message that is given. Amore. Middle English. What is it derived from? Old French, Middle English. It's right there. That's it right there. In the Constitution. Which is right here in the dictionary. And the college rule. See, the Middle English derived from the Old English. Mara, which means greater, used as comparing what they said right there. Or myself, which is big, much. See much. Maza. Maiza. Gothic. Maiza. I.e. me. Or it might be ma. Gotta look at the pronunciation. So it might be ma, mo, me, mu, big. Yeah, cause that word big mean more. Big, more, greater, in amount. See, more can be. Cause we just talking about the word more. Middle English and more RE. See, they keeping this away. They keep this up. This secret covert hidden operation. This paint or dye, black pigment, you know, to lose conscious. to lose all memory of who I really am in the writing and the printing of the documents from the practice of entering created item and account books with black ink into a profitable condition financially, which is color, black African Americans, black Americans, black people, black studies, black comedy. Also humorous, or satirical in a morbid or cynical way. Black looks that'll make one very angry, won't it? Yeah, I should have been a damn scholar. Nigga was talking about this shit 10 years ago. Cause that's what Lincoln said, studied the Constitution. Lincoln defended Amore. He also emancipated the Negro. And the kids is going back to school doing Moorish American Awareness Month. But you know, without doing this, then we just gonna sit back and I'm gonna watch Roland Martin. I don't believe what Roland Martin say. I'm gonna look at Roland Martin's shirts and how he make up these black, what do you call it? Blacknificent shirts. And I'm gonna take the definition of blacknificent as it appears to be, rather than looking up the word black, right? And doing my own study and searching of this word, coming up with my own opinion about this word. Because it's a spell. I'm calling it what it really is, a spell. It's a spelling word. You know, most folks gonna say curse. It's a disease if it's a curse. It's a virus if it's a disease. So I call it a spell. Because that's what we're doing, spelling the words. The people are Moors. We the people. Amore. Amore. The people Amore. I got it highlighted right. It's right there in the Constitution. It ain't like this ain't the Constitution. This the Constitution of the United States. I got it highlighted. It say of the United States in order. In order. It's an order to form a more perfect union. The people of Amore. Amore. The people form Amore. See, I need to go get that other dictionary. I know it's in the. You know the funny thing? More means literally black. So I guess that's why they talking about all the black caucuses, African American, black Americans, black people. I guess that's why they talking about this shit, huh? Until you go into the thrift shop and you see shit like this. And it make you wonder, is this shit all really true? Right? All the tender hearts. Because that's the same word. They just didn't separate it. And they capitalized the A. Because the A is hypothetical. The A capitalized represents a person. A noun. Amore, the people. Amore, we the people. Amore, Amore. It don't matter if you black, white. We the people, Amore, of the United States in order to form a perfect union. The Constitution of the United States. I'm putting the definition in your face. See, they go more right there. More. MOOR. See, if you can find this in the book, you know you're gonna find this more. Then it give you MORE, it give you a different spelling, and not going to that spelling, and it's a capitalized M, so it's designating a person. So not going to that spelling, I'm already making a mistake by letting the effects of the words, the spelling effects, being put on me, being cast, which is the entry, the cause of the entry word, the cause and effect. You see, they don't capitalize it right here because it's an adjective according to the main entry. It's an adjective, but it's still a noun. This the break of all this to speak of the noun. A greater amount, quantity, or degree, persons or things. You see, a greater number of persons and things. More of us are going. You see, this is how you read it. The dictionary. Something additional or furthermore can be. You see, all these are nouns. Something of greater importance. Then it's a break to introduce the adverb. The above. Replacing earlier. M-O, Old English, ma. Didn't I just say that? Which is not verified because of the Indo-European language not being written down, obviously. but it's positive, spelling Moro, which is Indo-European for me, mo, mo me, in or to a greater degree or extent, used with many adjectives and adverbs. Regularly with those of 3 or more syllables to form the comparative degree, more satisfying, what it say, more intensely, in addition, further, again, and that's the republic, more republic, again, longer, more, and more, to an increasing degree, increasingly, constantly, increasing, amount, quantity, degree, or number of persons or specified thing, more or less to some extent, approximately. You see all this for the word more, M-O-O-R, for Hannah More, Sir Thomas More. You see the capitalized More for the person, Hannah More, Sir Thomas More, which is the lowercase adjective more. So if it's not uppercase, then it's lowercase, which creates modification of the word, so the noun becomes an adjective. All because the M is not capitalized. Then they're going to be like, well, it's a noun, but it's not a proper noun. Then it's not a noun, it's an adjective. That's the fundamentals of reading, baby. These are the things that you have to do in order to comprehend the things you have to do in this world. The things you want to do, need to do. This the way you do it. Read. Don't get caught up in this socialization of being black, color, Black Americans, African American, right? All in the black studies, black comedy, being morbid or cynical in your ways, satirical, all secret to covert hidden. Your blackness, being black, blackish. Just preparing for when you do realize who you are. More. As a black Amore, dark-skinned person especially, a black African. You African booty scratcher. Cause we the people, Amore.